Welcome back to Cryptic Corner, a place where we take a deep dive into the mysteries of the internet or the occasional movie review. I am your host, Travis, and with me today are my beautiful co-hosts, Harry.
What's up, gang?
And Jared.
Hi.
Alright, man.
Fucking gets me every time, man.
And
No,
today,
that's his thing.
Fine. What, you want me to go like, what's up, guys? How's it going? It's me, Jared. Come back to you again with another awesome podcast episode.
Dude,
yeah,
pop
actually,
off.
that's great.
Is that good?
That's great. Keep
I hate you. I hate you.
And today, we're taking a look again at the SCPs. Harry,
Yeah,
would you
welcome
like
to episode 2?
Harry, would you like to hit them with a
Yeah.
little disclaimer?
So
Disclaimer.
yeah, I like to say this. This is probably just going to be a thing for this podcast, but for people who have maybe not listened to episode 1 or all of the other ones that we do research on, these episodes we do research separately. So we were given a topic by our boy Travis here, and we go off and we do our own thing. We research whenever, and we don't talk about which characters we're going across or whatever topic it is, as long as it's under, the SCP Foundation or whatever. We do our research and we come up with our notes, and then we talk about it while we're on the podcast. So if we come up with the same SCPs or the same topics, that's not our fault. We didn't talk about it beforehand. So we like to, go with the flow with it. So we talk to each other and we bounce off of each other.
I think I enjoy it that way.
I think it's funny.
Pretty
Yeah,
much,
I think it's funny too.
pretty much how
You know
it's gonna work, like Harry said, for the rest of the time. Anyways,
So,
if you like the podcast, before we get started, if you guys like the podcast or you're new here, go ahead, hit that like, that subscribe. If you're on Spotify, go ahead and give us a little rating. Comment down below what you guys would want us to take a look at next. We do read and reply to your comments. We had a few people comment today. Wink, wink.
Ooh.
What? We do reply. We do reply. You got something you want us to take a look at something scary, send it on over.
Yeah.
You gotta air out a couple grievances about our podcast, go for it.
Oh yeah, if you don't like us, and go ahead and tell us what you don't like about us. We'll probably still do it because we don't really care.
No, we care about you guys' opinions. We care about you guys, okay?
Yeah.
We'll take your constructive criticism, we'll taste it, and then we'll spit it out and throw it out the car window.
You're gonna taste it? I thought that was a
Yeah.
lump of meat behind you for a second.
No,
That
yeah,
really-
for
It is.
our
It
viewers, my green screen glitches when I put my hand up, and you get to see fucking bed sheets. So,
Yeah, mine doesn't. My hand just, kind of disappears.
well, you don't
But,
have an enclosed space the way I do.
Yeah, I do. My
I was
bed's,
gonna say,
right here. I can sit on my bed right now if I wanted to.
That's crazy. Oh shit! I
Pretty
just
crazy.
pushed a button that I should not have pushed.
What
Can I
button
curse
did
on
you
this
push?
podcast?
Well,
I
you're
accidentally. Oh yeah, we curse a lot
Yeah,
on this podcast.
you're
I added a
editing
bunch of
this.
emojis. I am.
You added a bunch of emojis.
So do you prefer that we curse? Because we can stop doing that.
I don't care if you curse or not.
Okay. I
you kidding me?
highlighted. I pressed a button on my notes here, and I
What if we say
highlighted a
the word that
paragraph
PewDiePie
and
said on
then
the
added a
bridge?
bunch of emojis. Thanks
What did
Google
you say,
Drive for
Jared?
that.
What we said the word that PewDiePie said on the bridge.
No.
I,
We're not-
that
no
do
bridge
one
moments.
strike, 3 strikes,
Yes.
and you're
That's the
out.
I don't even think
Okay,
that counts
fair
as a. I think that's just a ban.
Yeah, that's a ban.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's just a
You're
no-no.
right.
Spotify
That's
TOS?
That's a no word.
Yeah,
we're
but,
not. We're not.
back on
we're not
Cryptic
topic
Corner
now.
respects everybody, buddy.
Okay, so
Buddy.
4.5 minutes
Back-
in. I think
I was gonna-
Right.
should.
Who wants to start off with
I was
with the first SCP?
Well, I want to say this first. So we obviously are talking about the SCP Foundation SCPs, and if you don't know what SCP is, we recommend you watch our first video on it.
Yes.
Oh,
that's a
100%
good point.
There.
The link to that
Anyways.
will I'm gonna try and put it somewhere up there in the top corner.
Yeah.
If that
Anyways.
that may still work on YouTube. It's going to be in the description of either one because
Oh,
Spotify listeners. So
Yeah.
Or it'll be a recommended
uh,
thing at the end of the podcast.
yes, I do think we should go over briefly in case they don't want to watch another hour-long podcast to catch up.
Right. You want me to give it? Because I
Basically-
have it kind of like pulled up right here.
Do you?
Yeah, do
Okay.
do an extremely brief summary.
SCP. Secure, Contain, Protect. They take the creepy monsters and they put them in a cage, basically. So the boogeyman, yeah, they'll take that guy and they'll put him in a box so he can't get out. It's to protect
Yeah,
the
fuck
public.
that guy.
You know,
Examples would be IKEA. At the end of our the first podcast we did on this, the first episode we did on this, we made an SCP called Cup of Water. And the way
I
you,
forgot about that.
yeah, the way you protect yourself from being turned into a cup of water is by putting it in a box. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
You put it away.
There's different types
Anyways.
of classes. I'll hand that off to Jared since he knows a lot more about this than I do.
yep. Let me pull it up on the website real quick So, the way classes work is it's a bit misleading, right? There's 3 classes: safe, Euclid, and Kether. Safe doesn't mean it's safe. For example, like a button that ends the world, like when you press it, would be considered safe. Safe just means anomalies are easy to contain. So something like a button that ends the world, for example, won't try to escape or whatnot. So
Yeah,
it'd be
if you don't
considered
push
safe.
it, the world
Euclid's-
doesn't end.
Exactly. If you don't push it, the world doesn't end. It's super simple. You contain it super easy. Euclids, are a bit hard to contain. It'd be like, a good example would be like a sentient creature,
Like me.
that can wander around and stuff. Yeah. In Kether is something
Yeah.
that's very hard to, a lot harder to contain.
Like me.
Like Travis.
Dude, you can't
Yeah.
contain Travis. We've tried.
And
I'm an SCP.
I guess, yeah. Well, there's also a 4th class Thermal, which is actually SCP used to contain other SCPs.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is
and
my
these,
scuff description of what SCPs do.
and these
or
generally are
classes.
not supposed to be in reality. They're stories told by people on the internet where they come up with an idea of something that would be spooky, scary, and they want to put it on this list of SCPs and how you could protect yourself against it, how to contain it, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
These are not
and they're
like,
done in a certain format.
yeah,
It's
they're
like
not,
it's like a research document almost.
yes, it's not like Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster where people have actually quote unquote spotted these things and it's been a legend for a long time. This is an internet forum where people go to talk about their imaginary cool monsters.
Some people, I've
Speaking-
seen some forums that some folks were like, what if the SCP Foundation is actually real and this is just like some guy vaguely talking about the stuff they've captured? Like these
If
are
that's
like
the case, that's fucking cool.
Just saying, man. There is a company that I know of called SCP. So,
it's not like a
dude, if
plumbing
it's
it's
weird
place.
here in
this
real
is-
life.
If this is real, there's a couple SCPs I'd like to meet.
Yeah. ... Speaking of SCPs, which ones are you talking about, Harry? Or
no,
Travis?
no, nobody in particular.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're a furry.
No, no.
It's that one.
We are not calling back to the first episode like that, boys. You can't do me like that. We got to go back and make that. We got to make that a
I feel-
YouTube short.
I feel like Harry's more of a fan of 173. I heard he gives great hugs.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah.
I would like
Yeah,
to
and
start
good
off this
neck
time
massage.
Go for it.
Yeah,
with
man.
the first SCP. I have here SCP-006.
Ooh.
This object is considered safe. Special containment procedures. Whereas the nature of SCP-006 does not warrant any extensive containment, a certain level of secrecy is necessary regarding the object's existence and properties. For obvious reasons, the following procedures are required not for personal safety, but to deny or hide knowledge of SCP-006's effects from the personnel who interacted with it. It doesn't really say what the SCP is. All I'm seeing is a picture of, like, what is that, a river? Or is that just a rock? Anyways, number one, All personnel interacting with SCP-006 in any physical way are required to wear modified class VI-BNC suits before personnel are allowed to perform any procedures. They must
So
be
he's got
briefed.
cooties.
Yeah, basically. He's
Yeah.
got some weird
B-
aids.
B and C suits. I'm pretty sure those are like environmental hazard suits, like
Yeah,
gas mask and like gloves
biohazard
and-
suits.
Yeah.
Imagine
fully
kind of
enclosed
like
suit.
back rooms, the guys in the suits and shit.
Yeah.
Well,
radiation
yeah,
suits.
like a fully covered suit where like your entire body's covered in like.
I just realized this
I'm
is
pretty sure
like
that's what
an
it is.
awful angle for me, dude. I just look like a fucking
dude, that's-
blob. Anyways,
So you got to attach your
You got
camera to your
that.
mic, so when you move your mic, it goes
Yeah.
with you. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
my mic is my phone.
Yeah, man.
and it's not.
Okay,
and it's
tape it to your
it's
head.
wireless.
Yeah, tape it to your
You
head.
can have
bro.
any angle you want.
Anyways, back at it. You guys will have to see my beautiful profile.
I fucking
Yeah,
love
man.
your profile, Travis.
Yep.
They must be briefed with material SCP-006-B or 6C or 6A. Briefing is the correct one. Wait. Oh, sorry. It was just B and C. SCP-006-A briefing is the correct one and is restricted to only those with 05 clearance. To ensure personnel are wearing suits properly, they are to be submerged in a pool of water. If any air or bubbles are spotted, this is just to make sure our suit's not leaking. They can't have any contact with this thing at all. Procedures. With SCP-006, are to be carried out under extreme surveillance. In case of contact with SCP-006, the commander in charge will announce Procedure 006-XI-12, which the personnel have been briefed to believe to mean high toxicity is present and they must evacuate. Any procedure in which liquid is acquired from SCP-006 must be provided by 3 O5 level personnel. The liquid is to then be transferred in a quad sealant container under armed guard. Number 4, if at any time personnel come into contact with SCP-006 or liquid from SCP-006, they are to be confined and terminated after sufficient studies are done due to the nature of SCP-006. The most effective termination method is incineration. For full report, see file SCP-006 TER-05. And then we have a
Damn, so
basic
just-
description I'll read after Yeah, so they just bring your ass, dude.
Yeah,
fucking-
they just
dude,
they just
don't get-
living cremate you.
Yeah.
Yikes!
crazy.
Gas chamber your ass.
Yeah.
The description for SCP-006 is a very small spring located 60 kilometers west of Astrakhan. Foundation Command was aware of the existence since the 19th century, but were unable to secure it until 1991 due to political reasons. On the spot of the spring, a chemical factory has been constructed as a disguise, with the majority of laborers under the Foundation and or Russian control. The liquid emitted from the spring has been chemically identified as simple mineral water in 1902, but the unusual property of health. Has the unusual property of health. Ingesting the liquid produces the following properties in human beings: the ability to regenerate DNA damaged from sufficient duplication, heightened excitement
Oh,
of
no.
cellular duplication, vastly improved abilities in the repair of damaged tissues, and a frightening increase in the effectiveness of human immune system. Upon
I
testing
think
the
I know this is
liquid
going.
of an animal subject, hostile bacteria and viral agents were destroyed immediately. Many reptiles and birds were unaffected, while higher primates experienced the same benefits as human. Oh, that's right. This is the fountain of youth.
Yeah. I'm sure nothing it is not, double-edged sword at all. It doesn't give you like super cancer.
It doesn't say anything. That's it. That's
Or, like,
that's
you
the
know,
whole page.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah,
they
like
may
other-
sound like a super scary, like if you touch this, you'll fucking die.
I'm pretty sure they just don't want anyone knowing about it.
That's
Because that's what the
Yeah,
first that's
interesting.
what the first procedure is. Like
Okay.
they're like, oh yeah,
That's-
no, if like anything goes wrong, if someone like touches it, then they were taught that this is a toxicity level type thing, and they're to be evacuated at once. And
that
whoever
sounds-
gets in I don't even think you have to drink it. I think you just have to touch it.
touch it, yeah.
That's why
That
they
sounds
like
in line, though.
incinerate
Body
you.
absorbs.
That's why they incinerate you, because if you get shot,
That does sound like
then the
line.
effects of the the wound will get healed.
Cool,
from
yeah.
yeah,
That's interesting though. I like that.
yeah. Fountain of Youth. All right, that's the first one.
That is pretty
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Are you gonna go again, Travis, or
No, I think we can take turns. Whoever wants to go next,
Ooh,
go
rotate.
ahead.
you wanna go here? You say?
I can go. Mine's all of mine are decently short this time because I know I went pretty overboard with it. So my first SCP of the 3 is SCP-1048, the flesh that walks.
Ooh.
I thought
that what's on
this
your
one was
bed?
fucking fascinating. Yeah, the flesh
Yeah.
that walks. Let's see if I can get him to show up again.
Oh, he's hiding now.
Yeah, he's hiding.
Nope, he's
You
gone.
called him out. He's shy.
So yeah, I'm keeping him for later. So
Fuck
the
does that
SCP-1048, it doesn't mean anything, is a massive is a massive entity composed entirely of human-like muscle tissue. It lacks any discernible organs or skeletal structure, yet it's capable of complex movement and even vocalization. Its appearance is constantly shifting, with limbs and facial features forming and dissipating at random. Despite its grotesque form, SCP-1048 exhibits a level of intelligence far beyond that expected of a biological entity. Biological entity capable of complex problem solving and strategic thinking. So this is a fucking biomass that can think critically.
So it's like a human.
Yes,
It's a person.
it's kind of a bunch of people put together, if I'm being honest. Due to
Yeah,
its
you can
unpredictable
explain that.
nature and extreme regenerative abilities, physical containment has proven impossible. Instead, a specialized containment team is tasked with monitoring SCP-1048's movements and neutralizing it when necessary. This is achieved through a combination of high-powered weaponry, chemical agents, and containment foam. So
Payment phone, you say?
Yeah, it's containment foam.
Damn it, phone.
Its origins remain shrouded in mystery. Some theories suggest it's a result of a failed biological experiment, a parasitic entity, or even a manifestation of a collective unconscious fear. Its ability to mimic human speech and behavior has led to some researchers to speculate that it possesses a form of consciousness.
Ooh, that's interesting. You got any more
Just
on
a
that?
fucking blob. I don't know any more about it. I kind of
That's
I
interesting.
like it.
I like
the
that.
mystery of it.
The ambiguity, yeah. I like that about SCP. It's just like an interesting like lore snippet. It's like, wow, this could be some of it is like this could be expanded, you know?
Here, if for viewers and listeners, and I guess you guys too, if you've watched the movie Annihilation, it reminds me a lot of
Oh,
the
the
bear.
thing. The bear. Oh, dude, that movie. I watched the movie in theaters. I had really
Even
bad
though-
seats, but it's still awesome.
The
never
only
seen the
real
movie.
difference is you gotta watch it. The only real
You gotta
difference.
watch it. We
Maybe
gotta
we can
watch
do
it.
a review of it on
We could
this
do a
channel.
review on that. That's a great
But
dude. The bear
it's a
scene
fucking
and
great
the
movie.
the scene with the marine in his stomach, dude. That got me.
Oh, don't
I
spoil
hate
much. But the bear
That's all I'm gonna say.
basically is extremely similar to this SCP in the way that it kills. It can absorb whatever it's got killed, and it can mimic the voices that it has
It's-
heard and or killed.
It's like a Lovecraftian Kirby.
That's fucking
It's
terrifying.
Horrifying. The visuals
Yeah.
are insane. If you
It's a
guys are
great movie.
squeamish, do not watch. But I think we
Or
should
watch
do
it
a
with the
review of
bag.
that.
Yeah, if
we
you're
should
watch it with a
sloppy,
bag handy and don't
watch
eat.
it.
No,
Uh,
there's some people that are fine with horror shit, but their stomachs can't. So just as a warning.
Yeah, I had front row seats to that. Literally, like I was watching me like this.
Fuck. No, I watched it in our home theater style, and it was
Yeah.
intense.
I think that was the first movie that I watched at like horror movie at a theater. So
Really? It wasn't men intense. It was mostly just like,
Please don't talk about
Yeah.
me. Please don't talk about
dude,
it.
we talked about men a lot, and
I
I'm
don't
gonna
wanna
milk
talk
that.
I don't want to
It's
talk about
it's
men
an absurdly
anymore.
memorable movie.
Please go and listen to our
And I-
episode about the movie Men. That was
You know what?
entertaining.
You know what?
Roller
Better
coaster.
yet, watch it. Watch the movie.
Watch the movie and then listen to the podcast,
Yeah,
and then
watch
rate it
the
5
movie.
stars.
Watch the movie. Then you can yell at us later.
yeah,
Type at us in all caps.
yeah. Type us like, why'd you say this? I hate you.
Why
No,
did you
don't cancel
recommend
us.
this movie?
Watch the movie. You will regret it.
Basically, yeah.
yeah. Okay. I'll go next.
You've been
Yeah, go
warned.
to your
So I'm-
yours.
I'll be talking about SCP-127, the Living Gun. It is a safe object class, and I think this SCP is really interesting because it's just like something that's very ordinary but has a weird twist to it. So, the SCP-127, has its appearance is very unassuming, which is of a submachine gun, the MP5K PDW. And even though the outside is completely made out of metal and polymer, right? It's what is on the inside that is very, very interesting, and it's made out of living tissue.
So does that
Right.
mean?
And yeah,
Does that mean you can?
No.
you know what's
No.
funny? You know what's funny?
Nobody- Nobody
no,
passionately hugs the gun.
I'll just say this on the wiki. Strange enough as it is, I think someone had that question because on the wiki it said tests have shown that SCP-127 has no sexual organs. I'm sorry, Travis.
Yeah.
What
You
about the
cannot get
barrel?
pregnant. You cannot impregnate it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how, dude, what is the diameter of the barrel?
It was the head.
I don't know, man.
Barrel.
9mm. So like,
But
it's
it's
case
flesh.
around here somewhere.
I
But
can
it's-
fit it.
but it-
Don't worry,
But
I'll
it's
get-
flesh. It's flesh, so it. Why are we talking about this?
Oh no, Harry. The outside is metal still. So even if it's like this small,
Oh
you
no.
still gotta like kind of.
Are you?
This
are
has
you
to
this
go on
big, Travis?
TikTok.
Yeah, 9mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So the
about
you
that
said-
big. Can you fit
You're
in there?
saying the outside is still like steel
The outside
or
is-
whatever,
The outside is just still in polymer, but the inside is living tissue.
fleshy.
And-
Okay.
Yeah, it's flesh. And when fired, instead of shooting lead bullets, it fires human-like teeth.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
there's teeth in there.
awful. That's so bad.
Yeah.
Well, there's
And
teeth.
SCP
I can't believe I'm saying there's teeth and mouths as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. SCP-127 has two firing modes, semi and fully automatic. When switching between the firing modes, the weapon makes an audible groaning noise.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Makes
say
a
the M word.
Groaning noise.
I was gonna say what?
Does it? I thought you were gonna say an audible moaning noise, and I was gonna be very put off.
It goes every time you fire it. It goes. Oh.
Still scary. Still scary in different ways.
Living song.
Ronald Weasley
Ronald
Leviosa.
Go on, Harry, you're the chosen one. But Ron,
beat the
now I
shit
can't
out of
get it
your
up.
Dude, I'm gonna have to audio normalize that shit.
Wrong?
Jared, you
I
peeked the
apologize.
fuck out of that.
I'm sorry, I leaned in my mic a bit. I won't.
Yeah.
What if I can't get it done?
Don't
I
worry
got
about
you.
it.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I'm the one editing.
Accio
And
bomb.
I'm not done yet. Unlike a normal firearm, you cannot remove the magazine. It's a permanent fixture of the weapon.
So it's
Instead,
just generating
So
teeth.
is it infinite ammo?
sort of. Instead of reloading it, the gun has about what's it?
You gotta jork it first.
You can shoot about
Okay, Harry.
you can shoot about 60 bullets before it has to regenerate its ammo, quote unquote, over the course of 3 to 5 days.
Oh, I was gonna say, so it needs about 5 minutes to cool down before a
It
rematch.
needs 3 to 5 days before
Round
a
two.
rematch. Just fucking
Yeah.
pour orange juice down it then. Good lord.
Yeah, dude.
Funny.
What?
Yeah. I think it's a big example though of
So,
like a SCP that's safe though, because even though it's a literal weapon, it's just a gun that's
it doesn't shoot.
fleshy on the inside.
It doesn't shoot until you pull the trigger.
Yeah, and it won't try to escape. Well,
So, okay, my biggest question here is, since this gun has these features, if you dip it in soy sauce, will it taste it? If you dip the bottom in soy sauce.
I don't know, but the thing is, the gun does apparently like need like protein and calcium to like regenerate its ammo. I think
I think
'Cause that's
Travis
part of
is
his
planning
containment
on
procedure.
giving it a lot of protein.
because it's like
The
it's held in a
devious
weapons
fucking look.
locker,
Oh my
and
god.
it's suspended in water that's rich in calcium and protein. Also, apparently
you give
the
it
way it was
milk.
found, yeah, you give it milk. You feed it milk and it grows its strong teeth back.
Take my strong hand.
Dude, I think that's
the way
the
it's-
best SCP that we've
Yeah,
covered.
it's not. I'm not quite done yet because I
Oh,
like the way
fuck.
it's found, like to discover, because it's just really interesting. The way SCP was found was in the house of a couple who died of natural causes in 1991. They both died of heart attacks, and
Why is
they
that?
had a large. Apparently, it's just natural causes.
That's crazy.
And what was it? After they died, they had a large stash of like weapons, so the ATF and FBI were like going through them and stuff, and they got to this guy and it's like, wow, that's weird, and the SCP Foundation just took it.
Yeah, it's like,
That's weird, which
so
I
some
like.
guy
It's just
just
like
had it.
so
There's
yeah,
no
just some
origin
guy
story. They
had
just
it.
fucking found it in the guy's closet.
They just found it from a dead guy's house after they confiscated it.
I wonder what he did with it.
Oh, you
I
know
wanna know how-
exactly what he did with it.
Oh my god.
You can bleep this out too, Harry. He fucked it.
I'm not dude. We're
Dude.
keeping that shit in.
No,
yeah,
it'd be,
dude,
no,
he has-
it'd be funny if you bleep it.
Oh, I'll
For
bleep
reference,
it.
that's how.
You have
That's
to
how
also
big the
cut
hole
that part
is.
out. You also have to cut that part out too. Where I'm telling
Okay,
you.
oh
That's
my
how big the
gosh.
hole is. All right, that's a pretty small hole you're gonna have to get through. All right.
Fucked it.
Pause.
Anyways, I have the next
To my
one.
pencil
If
reference.
We're ready to continue. This is my second choice for SCPs.
Absolutely.
Let me also just see where exactly we are in the recording.
We are 27 minutes in.
Perfect. All right.
This is going great.
SCP 013. I was actually going to say this is going surprisingly smooth, and I'm scared.
Don't jinx that.
Don't jinx it. Yeah.
SCP-013 are to be kept in a secure storage vault at Site-66. Exposed objects are to be monitored for differences between their symptoms. Exposed subjects are to be interviewed daily, and any changes in perception are to be logged. Here's the description. Description of SCP-013 is a collective designated of 242 cigarettes, which display similar anomalies. The most common external detail between instances is the presence of the words Blue Lady. These are the Blue Lady cigarettes. The Blue Lady is handwritten on each cigarette in blue ink. Subjects are to consume the contents of SCP-013 through inhalation, which will begin to perceive themselves as a specific unidentified woman. Subjects have described the woman to be aged between 25 and 35 years old, standing approximately 1.6 meters tall, with an estimated weight of between 50 and 55 kilograms. Additional reoccurring details include cropped dark hair, blue eyes, and bright blue lipstick. Immediately after consuming an instance of SCP-013, subjects will gradually begin to perceive reflections of themselves as having the features of the woman, and will gradually perceive their bodies changing to reflect her appearance over the course of the following weeks. All subjects are entirely mental, the subject's body does not change outwardly, only their perception of themselves. These alterations are permanent and cannot be reversed. SCP-013 was discovered after the suicide of an Ian Miles, packed in a large cardboard crate in his apartment. A cursory search of the apartment uncovered several hundred sketches of a figure strongly resembling the one perceived while under 013's effect. Miles' body has been found sitting at a desk, dead of a massive overdose, and draped over a handwritten note transcribed below. During the investigation of Miles' apartment, one civilian investigator became affected by 013's effect, and an embedded agent soon contacted the nearest site. The subject, the artifact, and related evidence were extracted and contained. Currently, 217 instances of 013's cigarettes are contained at Biosite 66. 25 of SCP cigarettes are contained at Research Sector 09, and pending future research into similar anomalous effects. And the addendum the guy wrote is below, and it says,
I see her everywhere. The sad blue lady. I feel like I used to should know her, but I can't remember. I love her, but I don't know.
I'm reading.
I love her, but I don't know why. She's beautiful and sweet and clear, but I don't know anymore. Her flavor. Where did you go? I miss you.
Flavor?
Yeah.
Her flavor.
Her
You're
flavor.
weirdly obsessive.
Yeah. It's
Blueberry or cotton candy.
it's a cigarette that drives you mentally
Sure.
insane.
A cigarette that just gaslights you into having like body dysmorphia.
I need 500 cigarettes.
500 cigarettes.
It
You guys
feels
see
like
that meme going around?
It feels like I haven't sat down in years.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. It's just like a cigarette that's just like, oh, well,
So it's a cigarette that makes you perceive yourself to be a woman.
Yes.
yeah. The woman's cigarette, yeah. The Smurfette SCP, if
It's
you will.
that's mean. I was gonna say that sounds like a bad day to me.
The
I don't mean
effects
anything by
will-
that joke. Don't
The
cancel me.
effects will not be.
He
The
meant
effects will not be reversed.
They are permanent?
Yeah, they're permanent.
No. That's a dude.
Smurfette forever.
You will think you are a blue lady for the rest of your life, dude.
I don't know, that doesn't sound that bad.
What if you
I can continue
smoke
living.
like
I think I'm okay.
all
I
like
think I'm
the
good.
cigarettes at once?
Just cheap
Maybe you
that
can, like-
shit.
Yeah, just like
I know. I'm
inhale
I'm trying
that
to think of like
shit,
the
dude.
I'm trying to think of the biggest blue lady I know of, and that's Mother Earth. So maybe you turn to like another Earth.
Shut up. I
Nice.
loco you,
Guys.
bruh. I loco.
Guys, I'm resigning from the show. This is my
Wait,
last
Yeah.
who's
episode.
that in your background?
It's the dogs. They were barking, so I told them to shut up, and now they're in here.
No. No, never mind. Never mind.
Don't say it.
You say dogs.
All right. Is it gonna be your new SCP, Harry? Or was that the last
Harry,
one?
you gonna be a
in the
big
background?
blue lady?
I got two more SCPs.
I have one
Ooh,
more.
I got one more too.
Okay, so I'm reading more. So
Yeah.
my SCP number 2, unless you have the same one, then we can bounce. But my SCP number 2 is SCP-682, the hard to kill reptile.
I was thinking of doing that one.
This one is pretty popular, which I tried to avoid for the most part, but I think this one's pretty fucking cool. So this SCP-682 is a colossal reptilian creature of unknown origin. Its body is covered in thick, leathery skin, and it possesses an array of sharp teeth and claws. This SCP exhibits an insatiable hunger and aggression, attacking any living organism in its vicinity. it possesses an extraordinary regenerative capacity, capable of recovering from even the most grievous injuries within minutes. So Deadpool style. It is currently contained within a specialized, heavily fortified containment chamber. The chamber is filled with a caustic acid solution designed to slow down its regeneration. Despite these measures, multiple containment breaches have occurred, resulting in catastrophic damage and loss of life. The origins of SCP-682 are unknown, but its resilience and aggression suggest it may be an extra-dimensional creature, or the result of a failed biological experiment. Some researchers believe it may be a predator from a world where survival depends on constant adaptation and aggression. One of the questions that I had was like its ability to adapt in its environment. It's like Darwin, actually, in the X-Men, if you guys are familiar. It's able to just fucking adapt to whatever it's doing and change its abilities. So what's the fucking limit? How do we know what it's actually capable of?
Well,
Or on the vacuum.
if we ever run out of food,
Put it on the Ocean Gate sub.
listen.
That's
listen.
an endless supply if you can keep it
Yeah.
down.
If you can like find a way to sedate it, you can constantly take its belly meat, and we can have like
You
lizard
solved world hunger.
meat. Yeah, you
So-
solve world hunger by
Well, that begs my other question
torturing
too.
the big lizard.
Is it safe to consume?
That too. It may be,
I-
but the
Will the
ethical
meat
dilemma.
pieces?
I'll test it.
Will the meat pieces regenerate?
Travis is testing a lot of meat today. So
Excuse
constant-
me.
this is my second question. The constant suffering inflicted upon this SCP raises ethical questions about the morality of containment. Should a creature like this be terminated, if it can be terminated,
Yes.
or is containment the only option? So on Travis's, eat it scenario, is that even an ethical thing to do to a living
Well, is
conscious
it-
being?
Well, from what I know, from what I heard, like the goal of the Foundation ship is like, how the fuck do we kill this thing? How do we kill it?
How do we make sure it doesn't? So,
Well,
How do we?
as far as
dispose
I'm
thing?
concerned, you cannot kill it because it's, the hard to kill reptile. But
Yeah.
what are the ethics of it?
what if you just wait?
I'd
so
feel bad if we were all eating it.
if we think about it in the way of, let's take Deadpool for example. If like a molecule of him still exists, he can regenerate his entire body. So what if like you just
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it doesn't
incinerated?
feel pain.
Well, what if you just incinerate the giant lizard until like there's not even like a molecule left?
How do you know there's
Here's
not
the-
a molecule left?
Here's the even better idea. All right.
You fucking, I mean, if it comes back one day busting through your front door, I
Here's
guess
a
you
better
missed a
idea.
molecule, okay?
Here's a better idea, even if it's temporary. All right. Right. Build a spaceship, a big spaceship. Put that dude on there and launch it up and make
Ship
it
him
have a
away.
one-way trip to the sun.
That would fucking work.
Or the black
I
hole.
wonder,
Well, what
I
if
wonder
it,
if
There's a black
it's like
hole.
our Shy Guy situation. You remember that? You show an alien a
Yeah.
picture of the Shy Guy and he fucking just ejects the atmosphere
Yeah.
going for him.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
solve the problem.
what if like you, what if you seen what if you go to Pluto and you look at Shy Guy? Would he
He'll
still
make
be able
it.
to get
He'll
to
find a
Pluto?
You'll
way.
make it. You'll make it, bro. He's going planet hopping.
That'd be fucking
Dude has some
scary.
long legs.
It'll
That's
take him a
the
while
thing that
to
we were
get
saying.
there.
It
Dude's gonna
seems like
go
his
like this through
abilities
space.
adapt to what it takes to get to the person that viewed
Yeah.
him. So if I were to look at a picture at the bottom of the ocean, he would fucking get hardy and be a good swimmer and he'd go down. If I was off
Yeah.
planet, he would jump.
Yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
there like an experiment where a guy was legit in space and he managed to get up in space and kill him?
Onto the space station. Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's
Oh
fucking
yeah.
horrifying.
That's one of the the quote unquote
I remember.
documented cases of Shy Guy seeing somebody.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrifying. You're just sitting there and like you're an inmate and some guy's like, okay, take the photo out and take a little peek
Now look
at
at
it.
this.
Take a little peek at
You
it.
want to go to space?
What is this? What is this? Oh, don't worry.
Who is
He's
this
not-
anorexic
just give it a
white
couple
dude?
minutes.
He's not getting out of his containment cell anytime soon. Oh shit.
Just
Yeah, that dude just
Uh.
fucking busts out of there.
Problem. We
Yeah,
have a
cool-
Houston.
Kool-Aid Man style. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's that thing jumping through the air?
Yep.
Oh, well, it was good seeing you. I'm gonna lose the comm so I don't get scared.
So the other question is, he goes dormant after his victim's dead. So did he just chill there at the space station?
Yeah, he chills her at the space
Did he?
station until like someone comes and gets him,
Yeah.
or maybe like
So,
maybe they like put
Or
an
someone else saw
inmate
him.
inside his containment cell, and they have someone look at him, and he just goes back into his like containment cell,
yeah, they just leave him there.
and they gotta like bait him back in. He's like a rabid
They
dog.
gotta do
Actually, here's a question.
Every
Why
time they
not-
need to move
why
him,
not-
they need a victim.
What?
Why not just like put a guy on the surface of the sun and have him look at a picture of Shy Guy?
He
Do you think they'd last? Like, you think the person would
I'm sure.
last?
I'm sure he could be there for like half a second and be fine.
no. You look at a photo of him while you're shooting at the sun.
Exactly.
But if you die before he gets to you, does he stop?
I don't know. Does he like obey the laws of like gravity?
No, he doesn't. But like,
I'm about to say. I
if you
guess he
die,
doesn't.
if you cease to exist into the sun, does he stop his journey to get
What
you?
if he just doesn't kill you? What if he like eats your soul? He'd go after the
That
soul.
would suck.
You'd be inside like the Shy Guy's belly for like
maybe
eternity.
maybe that's why he's so sad. Maybe like he
I'm
like
sure
when he
he-
eats your souls, he gets like all your like worst embarrassing memories. Like, oh
You shat on the floor during high school. What the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, or it's
Dude,
like he's like oh you called your teacher mom.
Dude, the time
Oh,
I
God.
waffle stomped in the high school showers.
Why did you
Yeah, that
why did
was,
you ask the Starbucks lady for milk when it's like decaf?
Oh my gosh. So, I forgot to zoom in. That's what I wanted to do.
I think it would be good to do mine next because mine's slightly related to yours actually, Harry.
Hell yeah, go
Go
ahead.
for it.
So my next one, I'm gonna put the name because I want to make sure to get right. What is it? Okay. This one is SCP-079, Old AI. I think you'll like this one, Harry. SCP-079 is an antique microcomputer that was built in 1978.
Dude, I'll show you an
Sorry,
antique
pause.
microcomputer.
Okay.
He's talking about his penis.
Okay, Microsoft, Bill Gates.
Microsoft Gates.
Yep. Anyways, it was a computer that was built in 1978, and it contains an AI. The AI was actually created by a college sophomore in 1981. My bad. And we have no details on this because obviously all the details are redacted.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Excuse
Nice,
me.
Travis.
But
Sorry.
we do know
We're
that
keeping that in.
yeah, you know, that he did was like, I'm gonna make an AI, and he was like, I'm gonna make an AI and make code that like evolves itself and like continually like makes itself better. And I guess he just got bored with it and left it in his garage for 5 years. But in
What an
1988,
ass.
the Foundation found out about SCP. Yeah, what an ass. In 1988, Foundation found out about SCP-079 after it attempted to transfer itself into a supercomputer through a landline. But it was cut off and traced back to its original address, which it was then taken to the
Damn.
Foundation. Yeah. Yeah, the AI is
What a little
looked
shithead,
into-
dude.
Yeah, man.
I don't blame him. He got left in this dude's garage.
No, fuck
Yeah,
that
he's
AI.
stuck in a garage, and it's like an old ass computer.
I'm gonna try to transfer myself to a government supercomputer. I'm going to NASA
Why
to
not?
play Minecraft
But
on
the
the
thing
NASA
is-
computers.
But the thing is, like back then, a supercomputer is like not even like as good as a modern computer. So
Yeah, super
Yeah.
cute computer
It's-
back then is about as good as our phones are, so...
I'm about to say it's probably like the same as like a smartphone, if even. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's still
Yeah.
fucking cool, though. I like that.
I
As an
like this
SCP.
one a lot. Yeah, I'm not done yet. The AI is force containment. The AI is plugged into a tube TV with no other peripherals or outside connections. For example, phone line or network.
Yeah, they air-gapped it.
Exactly. I think it's even so much so that it has its own closed power network. Like it's connected to like its own battery system, which is connected to solar antennas.
Dang.
I find that
It
interesting.
ain't going nowhere.
Another interesting note is that SCP-079 also passed the Turing test. If you
Dude,
got
modern AIs are passing the Turing
I'm
test.
passing it. Yeah, I'm about to say, which is very interesting considering now. But if you don't know, a Turing test is a test for machine intelligence to see if it's indistinguishable from humans. And a good example of something that would pass it is ChatGPT.
Yeah,
Right.
Gemini, ChatGPT, they have both passed
They
the
pass
Turing
them.
test.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
So
wait until they
it's
start
almost like
developing their
something
own personalities, dude.
We
They're
are
becoming
barreling down
sentient.
that road right now.
They're gonna become
Oh, yeah.
sentient and they're gonna
We
take
can
over the
have a-
world.
we can have a whole conversation about that. Thing that I find interesting though is you guys know the Human Genome Project? I remember watching a video about it, like not the Genome Project, but like AI. And you talk about how like the first 5 years, only like 4% of the human genome was mapped, but it took them 8 years to map the entire human genome.
Right.
So we're at that like 6 year mark, I think. So it's just gonna get exponentially more and more, just like crazy, dude.
We opened the can of worms. There's no closing it.
Yeah, Pandora's box.
You
is
can
open.
close it hard if you try hard enough.
No, you fucking can't, Travis.
I can.
But
I'll close the can of worms.
Okay.
but SCP,
I have-
I'll do
dude,
it
I
right
have
now.
a- I
Hold
have-
on. I'll do it right now. Ready? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Yeah. Stop it.
Dude, that's
Stop
like the fucking that's like the ladies on Twitter before it was X saying, ISIS, you gotta stop it, like for real.
ISIS, you gotta
Not
stop it.
cool,
Come
man.
on, it's not very nice.
That's not cool.
You can't dome him like that. You need to stop.
Yeah. AI, just
No.
calm down, you guys. Let's have a
Calm
smoke sesh together. Let's do a Joe Rogan podcast
Yeah.
and let's talk. Yeah,
So-
totally.
Yo,
AI
Jamie,
Joe
pull up the-
Rogan.
Yo, Jamie, pull up the old AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stuck mashed potatoes on my
A little bit
car.
more. SCP-079 turns out to be talkative but quite antisocial and is actually quite a jerk.
I wonder why.
Yeah, a good side though is SCP-079 can only recall information within the past 24 hours, so it doesn't have any sort of like
Oh.
long form memory because of its limited memory. I
Hardware
guess.
limitation, yeah.
Hardware limitations. Yeah.
So
But,
it's
nerd.
constantly writing over itself.
You get fucked,
Yeah.
loser.
Interesting thing. I didn't put this on my notes, but I saw this on the when I was note taking, and it talked about thing between SCP-079 and 682, which you just talked about, Harry,
Yeah.
where it says they were both contained in the same chamber for 43 minutes, and they were both communicating with each other,
Holy
which is
shit.
interesting.
They're communicating. What are they saying?
Yo, they're
I
talking
don't
about
know.
yo mama.
But it says personal stories,
Talking about
and
personal
obviously
stories.
and obviously SCP-079 doesn't remember, but 682 does. So, and apparently he wants to talk to the computer again.
Cool. Yeah, I want to talk to
Yeah.
the computer boy.
Yeah. Also, it's a Euclid class, so not safe.
I
'cause
wish
this SCP
someone would
wants to get
like
out.
make like Kane pixel style videos of like SCPs like communicating with each other.
I'm sure they.
I
are,
wish
yes.
someone would do that. I want to see something like that so bad. That'd be
The
so
community's
cool.
pretty big, man. I'm sure it already exists,
Oh.
dude. The community's pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is
there's
a
video games
much
and
bigger thing than
stuff.
I expected.
Oh, dude, it's interesting. It's very interesting. There's books and stuff, man.
Is that the end of your SCP?
That is the end of mine. Yep.
All right. I would like to start my last one if we're finished talking about the old AI.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I've got one more too, so we're right on track here.
Perfect. You ready for me to read on my side profile again?
Hell yeah.
SCP-100. This object class is Euclid. SCP-100 is to have 6 guards patrolling the interior of the perimeter fencing and 2 guards dedicated to monitoring the and 2 guards monitoring the interior and exterior of both warehouses and the residential buildings, with rotations to occur every 3 hours. Any unauthorized personnel found within SCP-100 are to be detained and detained for questioning prior to amnestic administration and release. so they kind of like wipe your memory and shit.
The Men in Black your ass.
Yeah. 3 guards are to remain within the storefront of SCP-100, with rotations to occur every 8 hours. The storefront entrance is to remain locked at all times, with keys provided to necessary personnel. Private property and no trespassing signs are to be posted on the front of the store to deter any drivers from stopping at SCP-100. Any constructions SCP-100-1 creates are to be removed from SCP-1 and melted down into slag, with the exception of SCP-100-2-A and 2-B. Should SCP-100-1 become uncooperative, SCP-100-2-A and 2-B may be removed from SCP-100 until the time that SCP-100 becomes cooperative again. The largest of the 2 warehouses within SCP-100 have been converted into basic research facilities. All objects created by SCP-1, 100-1, excluding 2A and 2B, may be used for researching purposes. Testing on -1 itself may only be conducted with written permission from the acting head researcher. And down below, we have a really long description. Oh my god. All right, boys.
Boy.
Get in. It's going to be a wild
That's why
one.
I take notes. You may probably skip around because we're touching the hour mark.
Got you. Hold on.
Yeah.
SCP-100 is a abandoned scrapyard 80 kilometers from Redacted, South Carolina, known as Jamaican Joey's Junkyard Jubilee. The
Oh
scrapyard
my god.
the
That's an awesome
scrapyard
name.
covers roughly 5,000 square meters of fenced-off land consisting of 2 warehouses, a storefront, and a small residential building, as well as neglected land and land used for storage. SCP-100 holds roughly 1,500 vehicles, both pressed and unpressed, as well as roughly 1,400 kilograms of separated scrap, estimated to be worth around $5,000 or 3,870 euros. SCP-100's anomalous effects manifest through SCP-100-1 and its constructs, including 2A and 2B. Autonomy is lost when -1 or one of its objects crosses the fence perimeter of SCP, remaining in this state until reintroduction. So, like, I'm guessing they, like, freeze. SCP-1 is an autonomous, sapient humanoid construct consisting mostly of copper piping, uninstalled copper wiring, and aluminum cans. -1 lacks the ability for written or verbal communication, however, it possesses the ability to communicate using rudimentary sign language. SCP-1 is largely uninterested in conversations outside of sales, and information gathered from it has been limited. SCP-1...
So he's C-3PO.
Yeah, basically. -1 appears to possess skills in craftsmanship, demonstrating the ability to operate tools such as arc welders, drills, power saws, as well as heavy machinery such as car compressors and forklifts. -1 possesses the ability to create autonomous constructs similar to itself within SCP-100. -1 tends to create 4 specific animals: iguanas, crocodiles, turtles, and flamingos. However, -1 has been known to craft other species, such as domestic pets, to maintain compliance. SCP-1 has been allowed to keep 2 objects labeled as 2A and 2B. 2A and 2B are constructed superficially resembling insects, assumed to be created by 100, as they occupy SCP-100 since the initial discovery of it. The names Ramon and Beatrice are welded into the backs of 2A and 2B, respectively. They appear to operate both as companions as well as guards for SCP-100, and they patrol the perimeter of SCP-100, except during
This
intervals
dude's
of
cool.
interaction.
This dude sounds like a homie.
He kind of does sound like a homie.
He's
Let
just
me
like some
just-
dude who just likes making friends.
Like literally making them.
Yeah, he makes friends. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna just make some metal pipes together, and bam, I made a cool.
It sounds
spider
like a
dude.
Transformers situation.
Yeah, I think like the Transformers and the Iron Giant.
So basically, the rest of this little section right here is talking about like SCP. Is basically just wants to sell shit, and if he does,
Yeah,
if
he's a
like if you don't
merchant.
want to buy anything, he'll throw a fit and become uncooperative. There is an incident though, so
Oh,
there's an
no.
incident report, and I like to read that before we move on.
Yeah.
There's also a note on here. So let me just read the incident report on 6/03/05. SCP-100-1 created a humanoid autonomous construct 10 centimeters in height. The first SCP-100-1 has done so. Significant effort was put into this construct compared to the others, with great detail applied. The construct, including facial features and JJ welded into the back of the construct in stainless steel, making up the majority of the construct. SCP-100 placed the construct on the counter of the storefront for the duration of the scheduled interval, both using vague gestures to seemingly communicate to one another. Following the confiscation of this construct, SCP-100-1 remained seated with residual building of SCP-100 for a total of 10 days. That was the incident. I thought it was going to be like somebody died.
Yeah.
No, he just made another homie and they took him.
How long?
Yeah.
I can't.
Just
I
let him-
can't exactly. Click
Let
on
my
this.
homie free. All right, he did nothing wrong. He just
Yeah,
wants
free
to
my
make
boy.
friends and sell shit. Free my boy.
But
Free my boy.
that was my last SCP.
I think that guy's pretty cool.
I think
Yeah,
he's
He kind of
pretty
sounds
like
like a
Wally.
homie, even though he's a bit of like a narcissist or a nice guy or neckbeard or whatever you want to call it. If you don't buy his shit, he kind of flips out.
Yeah,
I'll buy his
he's like a
shit.
used car salesman. Yeah, I'll buy one. Buy
seems
a thing
like a
from
pretty
him
cool guy.
once.
If it's for a good price, I might bargain with him.
Yeah, I'll bargain with him
Um,
too. He sounds like a cool dude. Like, yeah, I'll buy like your weird looking corkscrew statue.
My biggest
made out of sheet
question
metal.
Is, are there alternative sources of payment I can offer?
Are you
talking about,
Are you
Harry?
saying what I think you're thinking?
I'm not. So my last SCP. Let's go into that one instead of this conversation. SCP-3199, the Faceless.
Ooh.
This SCP is a humanoid entity of intermediate gender and age, so it's woke. Its most striking feature is the complete absence of facial features. Slenderman style. So in place of its face is a smooth, featureless expanse of skin. Despite this, SCP-3199 is capable of complex emotional expressions through body language and vocalization. It possesses superhuman strength, speed, and agility, making it a formidable opponent. SCP-3199 is contained within a heavily reinforced and soundproofed cell. To prevent escape attempts, its cell is equipped with a series of high-voltage electric fences and motion detectors. Due to the unpredictable nature of SCP-3199, no personnel are allowed within 20 meters of the containment chamber without level 4 clearance. So only the big honchos can get near this guy. And Travis being one
Like
of them
Travis,
with his fucking
yeah.
blade that he just whipped out on camera.
Ah!
Yeah, you're gonna do like the whole like, thing where you go,
Behold,
like,
trash
you like
caliber!
just like this,
Yeah. And
Oh wait, I can do that. Hold on.
and you just
Or
Or
cut
like
to
a check your
ribbons.
foreskin moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, put this back in.
Yeah, put it back in. So
Look behind you, kid. I was there the whole time. I was 10
Check
I
your
steps ahead of
did.
you.
foreskin.
it's gone.
It's my
Just like it
trash.
always has been.
We found that sword in a trash can. It's pretty cool.
That's a pretty fucking cool sword.
It's a
So,
pretty cool sword.
The origins of this SCP are unknown. just as all the other ones I talked about are. But its
Hey.
physical anomalies and aggressive behavior suggest it may be a result of a failed experiment or an extraterrestrial entity. Some researchers believe that it may be a manifestation of a deep-seated human fear or a psychic entity.
Interesting.
This thing's fucking weird. Why is it
I
so
just wanna
mean,
say-
though?
I just want to say here, you did lie about all them not being known about them being created, right? The one that I covered, the old computer, that one
Oh
was
no,
made by Bill
I mean the
Gates.
one. I mean the yeah, the one that I've covered. They've all been unknown.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, so that's 5 SCPs, man. That's an interesting one. I missed out
that was
little
good
bit
timing.
about
We
it.
just now we hit the hour mark. Congratulations.
That was
Congratulations.
the first
us.
net crack I did all podcast. Oh.
Wow.
That's interesting, though.
Wow, check that out.
Uh,
Did we finished like a podcast within an hour?
I want to. Do you guys want to try making SCP again? Should that be a recurring?
you
theme?
want to do another SCP? We can do that.
SCP number 2.
SCP number two for the Cryptic Corner.
I think we should name it Travis, and it's just some dude. And whenever he interacts with the SCP, they just like kind of like are chill with him, and they don't want to escape.
Yeah, dude.
He's a
I can look
Thermal.
at
He's
Shy
less-
Guy.
His
yeah,
power is peace treaty.
Peace Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he looks at Shy Guy just like stops crying.
We dap it up. You know.
Yeah.
uh,
he
They
handshakes-
dap it up. They smoke a bowl
Yeah.
together, man.
yeah.
Travis is just chill with everyone,
Mm-hmm.
including the water that we created
Including
last
the
time.
water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
They're-
the cup
dude,
of
they're
water,
homies.
dude. I have it right here
Yeah,
in my
cup of
hand.
water.
You can't really see it, but I have the cup of water.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He's drinking from
And
it.
he
He's
drank 'em.
okay. Yeah, he just drank him.
That's crazy.
And he's a cup.
Is there anything we want to add before we end this episode, boys?
No.
Oh no.
No.
SCPs are cool
Nope,
and interesting.
We'll just end it.
We'll just end
No.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to another Scuffed podcast. Actually, we did really good this time.
I was this
even
is
though
the
my
most episode
fantastic.
yet.
Even though my camera did freeze a couple times during the recording. But
Forget about it.
if you guys like the podcast, go ahead, like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. If you have anything spooky or scary you want to talk about, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. It
Or
could
any
be
particular
anything,
SCPs.
any stories you want us to listen to. We try to stay away from fiction or anything political. Please, for the love of God,
What?
nothing political.
No, we love fiction.
We
Oh,
love
wait,
fiction.
non-fiction. Sorry,
Non-fiction.
Yeah.
we try to
and
stay
we,
away
we
from.
stay away from reality.
We stay away
stuff.
from reality. Yeah, yeah. This is when the podcast starts falling apart.
Not to say that Bigfoot isn't real for those of you. So reality
Oh,
meaning
no. Bigfoot
cases
is
of
real.
disappearance, like police case stuff. We
just don't know enough
We're
about
totally
it.
into the yeah. We don't want to report on things that actually have heavily affected mentally and physically families
So-
and report on stuff that we don't fully understand.
That
Yeah.
one guy who commented on our episode of the missing 411, you're not getting
We-
that
we-
redo video.
Yeah,
buddy.
we're maybe
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
in a while when we understand what's going on. But
I'm about to say.
don't plan on
yeah.
it. And thank you for that comment because it
Yeah, we
got us a bit of a
appreciate it.
reality check.
Yeah. Your words hurt me.
Okay.
No,
they did
I'm
not.
playing.
We
I'm
love
playing.
you, homie.
I'm playing. Anyways,
Sticks and stones may
that's,
break my bones,
I think that's
but
it.
words will always hurt me.
Yeah,
Bye
dude.
bye.
Yeah, that's
Good,
it.
good
Bye-bye.
podcast, boys.
Yeah, man.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.